Here we go, day 2. So today is the big bright ride, and this morning some people are going to try and test ride some of the v-strom in town. I'm going to have a quick look, see if I can catch some of them. Maybe if I've got time I might have a little spin myself if they have any bikes available. But they started at 7:30, so it's a little bit early for me. Might just grab some fuel. Oh, there's another v-stromer and another one. They might be the test riders. Another beautiful day. It's a little bit cool still, 16 degrees, which, you know, it's gonna probably go up to 35 again, so that'll be nice. And last night was really nice too. Got to meet some people. Pretty cool to, you know, have a chat to people that are really like-minded. I really enjoyed that. And tonight is the big night, I think, so tonight there'll be more of that happening. You can already tell I'm very close. Look over there across the road. That's a few bikes. Let's go have a closer look, eh? Are you keen for a new bike?
No, mine's not even 2 years old yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I took a new one for a ride this morning, 1,000.
Yeah? What do you reckon?
Yeah, very impressive. Yeah, I've got a 650, so
yeah,
heaps more power, but yeah, I'm happy with my 650. It does everything I want.
Here we go, Suzuki test runs, the new 650. Oh, everything still feels very tight. With mine, everything just vibrates a lot more. First thoughts, the seat is different. It's a lot stiffer. So I don't know, in general they say it's better to have a harder seat than a more plush seat for longer runs. Obviously a bit hard to tell on a short ride. First thoughts, definitely nicer seat. Now, it handles pretty much the same as the older one that I've got. I have a buffeting problem. I can't tell as of yet. Yeah, it definitely handles the same way. I really like the color though. I really like the new change they made with the new look, yellow. I think that's what they used to have back in the day when Suzuki started out. They had yellow bikes. It's sort of a bit of a trademark maybe. Definitely like the look of it. Now I don't know if that means that, you know, the other ones they call the Wii. Then the one I've got, I think they call it Glee. Now does that mean this one is going to be called the Bee? Or the Bumblebee? So everything's just different, like the dashboard RPMs are nice and centered. You can read your speed quite easily from modes on it now, so by the looks of it. Obviously I won't be trying it now. I have no idea what kind of modes we're talking about. I think actually it might have traction control. It probably has different ABS as well. I wonder if you can actually turn off the ABS now, or if it's still always active. But at least if you could tone it down, I suppose it would be a good start. Again, if you watch my videos, I'm not much of a dirt rider, so for me it doesn't really matter too much. I'm not sure if the engine is any different, if they made it any more efficient. As far as what I can tell, it's still very much the same. Now the buffeting. Yeah, the buffeting is definitely much better. Change the windshield and there's no buffeting as far as I can tell. There's probably still some, and it's probably the mirrors, because they're still the same mirrors, and of what I've read is that most people actually say it's the mirrors and not the windshield that is the main culprit. Other than that, windshield's pretty good. Now you can also tell, or I can tell, that my brakes are really stiff too. Oh, it's like the brakes are really touchy. I didn't know we were going to go on dirt, well, gravel. explains why there was a bit of dirt on the bikes. I was hoping they were going to ask us, but I guess not. Guide, he's actually got dirt boots on, so that probably should have given away that he was going to do this. He's also standing, which I can't say I'm too comfortable about. I thought we had to go through it. And we do. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, dusty. If you drop the bike and you damage it, there's the first $2.5 grand is up to us apparently. So I'm just going to take my time. I don't care that I'm a bit slower. My father-in-law Paul, he's done a lot of dirt riding when he was young. So he's, you know, he's got a lot more experience. So he sort of knows, you know, to let the bike do its thing. Whereas I'm still road orientated, so I always want to give it input and tell it what to do. Trusting the bike to do its thing. I was actually talking about it last night with Captain Cranky, and he's saying, you know, you got to let the bike do its thing, because if you don't, then you're going to fall over. Whereas if you just hit the throttle a bit, then it will correct itself. And that's sort of what I did with the little river there. And then obviously ended up on the side, but at least I got through the water. That was the main thing for me. Yeah, I'd love to do more dirt riding, but I need to get my confidence up. And obviously, like I mentioned before, I've ordered some parts to have a little bit more protection on the bike. And I think people have mentioned before too, I probably should have some proper boots, so if you do get your legs get stuck under the bike, you're not gonna bloody break your ankle or things like that, you know. This is interesting. So Paul is pretty quick on the dirt for my standards, and then on the tire he's a little bit slower. But then again, he's driving a brand new bike. For me, this is pretty much the same bike. Yeah, so I don't know, probably 10 years along the track, when I've got, you know, 200,000 kilometers on my bike, 250, then I might end up, you know, getting a second-hand one or one of these. I don't know if I would go to 1,000, probably not. I'll probably wait until kids are old enough to look after themselves, and then if I do end up riding with my missus again, then I might consider a slightly bigger bike. On the motorway, obviously, it's a little bit nice to have a little bit of extra power when you have a little bit of load. That was pretty cool. It's a good little test ride, I suppose. You get to test it in a few different scenarios. He's got a little GoPro here too. I think I need one of those facing myself. What do you reckon? And I can do the talking and making hand gestures. You reckon that's a good idea? I'm looking forward to this ride. I'm not sure how many people are actually here, but there's definitely a few. A lot of them are staying at the pub, but then there's also lots of other accommodation around, so a lot of them are staying at other places. And then obviously coming back here for 10 o'clock. It's 10 to 10 now, so it's perfect. Might have to change the battery on the GoPro and then off we go. Here we are, back in Bright. I think it's windshield. I don't actually know how it works. It'd be ideal if you could change it on the go. It actually looks fixed. Not sure if there's any adjustability to it. If there's no adjustability to it, then that is a sucky windscreen. That means you have to get an aftermarket one, most likely. Even though I just said the buffeting is pretty good. I'm actually used to what I've got now, and it's got a little spoiler on the top, so actually the wind flows over me. Too used to that. I thought you would have been able to change the angles. I'd imagine the 1000 does. This one doesn't seem to have it though. Looks like people are getting ready. Yeah, it's waiting for you. You alright?
You use the speed camera there?
Nah.
The roller?
Oh, really?
Did you see that speed camera back there? It was just on the, as you coming just before the roundabout. You're alright. I slowed everyone down.
I saw you do that, but
That's what it was.
then I started, I'm like, why are we slowing down?
No, there was a camera, you could see the bar on the front.
Alright, here we go. Need a hand?